Hello everyone. Okay, so continuing on with simultaneous equations, we are now going to be looking at simultaneous equations that have fractions in it, right? So everyone's favorite thing. So let's get started, right? So what do I mean when I say a simultaneous equation with fractions in it? Well, I just mean something like this, right? 2x minus 3y equals 24. That's my first equation. And my second equation is 5x over 3 minus y over 2 is equal to 12. So as we see here, let's call it the elephant in the room. I have fractions. Ugh, hate fractions, right? I hate fractions. So I want to get rid of them. I want to get rid of my fractions. So how do we get rid of fractions in a linear equation like this? So what this will be expanded upon more in algebra 2, but what we do here is we multiply by the lowest common denominator. So what's the lowest common denominator, you may ask? The lowest common denominator is just the lowest common multiple of my denominators. So if we see here in equation 2, I'm going to be multiplying across now by the lowest common multiple of 3 and 2, i.e. what's the smallest number they both divide into evenly. And the lowest common multiple of 3 and 2 is equal to 6. So I'm going to be multiplying every single term by 6. So my first equation here, 2x minus 3y equals 24. That one remains unchanged for the minute. My second equation, however, I'm multiplying everything by 6. So I'm going to have 6 times 5x all over 3. So remember, when I'm multiplying a fraction by a number, I multiply the numerator, right? Or the top bit. Minus 6 times y all over 2 is equal to 12 times 6. So, my first equation is still the same. 2x minus 3y is equal to 24. Here, I can do two things. I can start dividing in right away. So, just from simplifying fractions, 3 goes into 6 2 times, 2 goes into 6 3 times. So we could do it like that, or you could do 6 times 5x is 30x and then divide all that by 3, whatever floats your boat. So the second equation here, now I got rid of my fractions, is going to be 2 times 5x, which is 10x. Minus 3 times y is minus 3y is equal to 12 times 6, which is 72. Now I have regular old simultaneous equations. So I want to get rid of my x or y. In this case, I'm just looking here. Well, y already has the same coefficient, but these have the same sign. So I just want to flip all the signs in this. And how I do that is, if you want to flip all the signs, you just multiply across by -1, right? So that changes all the signs while keeping the actual value of the number. So 2x times -1 is minus 2x. Minus 3y times -1 is plus 3y. 24 times -1 is minus 24. Equation 2 is going to be 10x minus 3y equals 72. Now I add the two equations together. Minus 2x plus 10x is going to give me 8x. 3y minus 3y is 0. Minus 24 plus 72. So, minus 24 plus 72. Okay. Hold up. 48. That's going to equal 48. So, I have now 8x equals 48. Divide both sides by 8. I get x is equal to 6. So, I have x is equal to 6. Now we sub it in. So I'm going to sub it into equation 1. 2 times 6 minus 3y equals 24. 12 minus 3y equals 24. Minus 3y equals 24 minus 12. Minus 3y is equal to 12. Divide both sides by minus 3. I get y is equal to 12 divided by minus 3, which is minus 4. And there is my value for x and y. And again, remember, just like the previous equations, we can check our answers. We can check our answers here by subbing them back in to my original equations and see if the left-hand side is equal to the right-hand side. So let's just do a few more examples here. Let's maybe do 2 more examples. Right, so let's have a look at let's have a look at this one right here. So I have, this is a bit tricky now. X over 6 plus y over 10 equals 11 over 15. That's my equation 1. Equation 2 is going to be equal to 2x plus 4y equals 20. Right, so what I need to do first is I need to look at my denominators. I have 6, 10, and 15. I need to multiply across by the lowest common denominator, or the lowest common multiple. So what is the lowest common multiple of 6, 10, and 15? Sorry about that. So let's look at the lowest common denominator of 6, 10, and 15. Well, my lowest common denominator is going to be equal to 30, right? So the lowest common multiple of 6, 10, and 15 is 30. So now I multiply everything by 30. So I have 30 times x all over 6 plus 30 times y all over 10 equals 30 times 11 over 15. So as we said before, let's divide in. So 30 divided by 6 is 5. 30 divided by 10 is 3. 30 divided by 15 is 2. So that's equation 1. Equation 2. My equation 2 is still 2x plus 4y equals 20. So let's simplify out equation 1. 5 times x is 5x. 3 times y is 3y, and 2 times 11 is 22. The second equation here is 2x plus 4y equals 20. So now I have a regular old simultaneous equation. So I need to decide, do I want to cancel out x's or y's? So just investigating here, well, none of them really are suggesting anything different. So I think I'm just going to cancel out the x's, right? So I have a 5 and a 2, so I need to make sure they're the same number but different signs. So the lowest common denominator, or lowest common multiple I should say, the lowest common multiple of 5 and 2 is 10. So you multiply the top by, I'm going to multiply by minus 2 so I can get in the negative sign, and I'm going to multiply my bottom one by 5. So I have minus 10x, 3y times minus 2 is minus 6y, 22 times minus 2 is minus 44. And then my bottom equation is going to be equal to 10x plus 20y equals 100. Add these up. I'm going to get minus 10x plus 10x is 0. Minus 6y plus 20y is 14y. That is equal to minus 44 plus 100 is equal to 56. Divide both sides by 14. I get y is equal to 4. So now if y is equal to 4, I'm just going to sub it in to find my x value. So I'm going to sub it into equation 2. Doesn't really matter which one you sub it into. I'm just subbing into equation 2 to find what x is. So 2x plus 4 times 4 equals 20. 2x plus 16 equals 20. 2x equals 4. X is going to equal to 4 divided by 2, which is 2. And there's my 2 solutions for that. Right? And I think that's enough for today's video. And I hope you found it some help. And I'll catch you guys later. Bye.